We have we have three types of network switches. One is circuit switching. Next one is message switching. Circuit switching, message switching, and the last one is the packet switching. Packet switching. So network switching is used to transmit the data from one place to another place. Means one source to the destination. If you want to transmit the source to the destination, you'll use the concept of network switching. There are three types. One is circuit switching, and next one is message switching, and the third one is packet switching. So let's see one by one. What is the circuit switching? In circuit switching, we have the source and destination. And we need a connection between the source and destination. Connection between a source and destination. In general, if you want to transmit the data from one place to another place, we can go in different paths. Different paths. But whereas in the circuit switching, we have to specify the path before transmitting the data from one place to another place. That means the source to the destination. Without, you cannot transmit the data. So whenever you want to transmit the data in circuit switching mode, first you need a connection between the source and the destination. Source and the destination. Someone unmute the voice. Please mute the voice. Right. Okay, this is circuit switching. So in circuit switching, you need source and destination, and also connection between the source and destination. When you have a connection between the source and destination, the path you have selected will be decided by the beginning of the transmission. So means that source is ready, destination is ready, and the connection is ready. So whenever the sender send some message to the receiver, till the conversation is going on, the path or the connection should continue. Whatever the path he is transmitting the data and whatever the connection he has established, this will continue till the end of the conversation between source and the destination. So here see an example of telephone lines. When you call to somebody and speaking, so until unless you stop conversation between both of you, the line will be busy. So no one can come and use that line or use that path. So this is the concept of circuit switching. You may have n number of lines, but when you start conversation, if you use one line to the conversation, that line has to be used till the completion of the conversation. So this is the circuit switching. Then next come to the message switching. Message switching. What happens in message switching here? In message switching, the message from the source will pass to the intermediate nodes. Means that in between the source and destination we have intermediate nodes, and the message will first pass to the source to the intermediate node, and from there next intermediate node till the last it reaches to the destination. So here what happens, the entire message is transmitting once to the intermediate node, from there to the another intermediate node, and then another intermediate node, and so on. till it reaches the end of the, till it reaches to the destination node. So this is the process of message packaging. Circuit one is, and next one is message. So what is the difference here, both of them? In whenever you use the circuit switching, you are using the entire path continuously, whereas message doesn't require, because we have intermediate nodes. So one intermediate node is free, then automatically you can use the intermediate node for communications. So this is the advantage of the messaging switching. So in message switching, we have source node and the destination node and also the intermediate node. So now whenever you pass the message from source to the destination, the message will have an address of the destination node. Because of adding the address of the destination node, the data can be transmitted to the destination safely. Because we already told that the path is not completely allocated to the, so between the source and destination. They can use by some other also. So if you want to send the message by some people also, you can send the same message in the same place, same path. So then there is a problem sometimes that clash, that what message has to reach it to whom. Let us see, I send a message. It is passing to one internode, next intermediate node, and second person passes the message. Now I have a doubt that whether the message reaches safely to the destination or not. So exactly it will reach destination safely, because we are giving the address of the destination node along with the message. Then the data will be safe. And message will be communicated correctly to the destination. So this is about the message switching. So I will give in diagram, you can understand more. So see here. Let us suppose this is the source node and this is the destination node. The source node and destination node. Let us suppose this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one are the intermediate nodes. So what is the way, in what way we can pass the data? So there are a connection like this, from here to here, 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 and here to here. You can always may have a connection between these also. And finally here. So when you see here, these are the source node, this is the destination node. These all 6 remaining were the intermediate nodes. So one way is possible is to transmit the data is from here to here to here to here and finally here. One way is transmitting possibility is you can transfer like this from here to here to here to here to here. And you can take any type of time. So after that, you can also do like this also. You can go like this also. So there are so many ways to transmit the data. But in circuit switching, you should be aware that on which way you want to transmit the data. First, you have to understand. So means you have to switch you have to fix the path before transmitting. Let us see an example. I want to transmit data from this way. So this is the source and this is the destination. So when you want to transmit the data from source to destination, what will happen? What will go to this node, this node, this node, this node, this node, and this node. So once you allocated the path and you have fixed the connection, you cannot use the same connection or the same path for different transfers of data. So until unless the transformation is completed from source to the destination only, you can use these intermediate nodes for other purposes. Otherwise, you can't do it. This is about the concept of circuit switching. So when you use the concept of the second thing, that is the message switching. So let us say this is the source and this is the destination. We already told that there may be the intermediate nodes between the source and destination. So let us suppose that this is one node, this is one node, this is one node, and this is one node. These are the intermediate nodes. First, the message will transmit to this node, intermediate node. From there, what will happen? It will go to here. Next, it will go to here. It will go to here. And finally, it will go to the node that is here. From that, it reaches to the, from that, it reaches to the destination. So here, this is the source. This is the destination. So what happens here? Whenever you send the message to the intermediate node, it will have the message, along with address of the receiver. Address of the receiver. Nothing but the destination. Receiver is nothing but the destination. Sender, receiver, source, destination. You can use any terms, no problem. So when you send a message, first the message will reach to the intermediate, first one, next one, next one, next one. Then what happens? First it reaches, it will store here. Then it will store here. Then it will store here. Then it will store here. So what happened here? The message will store here and it forward to the next intermediate node and it will save here. Next is passed to the next intermediate node and it will save here. Next part is center. So this will keep on going. So what happens here? The concept of store and forward. Store and forward. Store and forward. So it means that what is the message we are sending? That is storing in the intermediate node. From there it is passing to the other intermediate nodes. This way keep on. So what is the problem of message switching here? Means the advantage here is we can safely send the data from source to the destination because a message also contains the address of the receiver. Okay, even though there is no fixed path also, you can send message with no problems. But the problem here is because of the store and forward mechanism, sometimes it is a plus point and also a negative point. The plus point is when you store here and this is in some busy work. This intermediate node is in busy work and not allocate the time to send the message, receive the message from this intermediate node, then this will be stored for some time. And whenever the intermediate node is free, then it will send to that one. So this is the advantage. So it means that we can store the message for some time in the intermediate node. until the second intermediate node get freed. But the disadvantage here is you need a disk to store at every intermediate node. So it means that if you want to store, then you need here the disk for every intermediate nodes. So this is the problem in message communication. So it means we don't know when there is a problem, then there will be problem with the next node. So that's why every time I have to store the data, which is transmitting from one place to another place. So this is the problem with the message circuiting here. This is about the message circuiting. And the third one, message circuiting. And the third one, that is packet switching. Circuit switching, message switching, sorry. Next one is the packet switching. So what is the concept of packet switching? When you transmit the data from source to the destination, the data first is divided into number of smaller mediums. Those mediums are called packets. Means that every data that is sending from the source to the destination is divided into number of parts, which are called packets. Every packet has their number, order number, or the preference number, or the number. So what happened here is, whenever the data is transmitting from source to the destination, there is no specification that it has to use the same path. Means that few of the packets may use one path and few of the packets may use different paths. But ultimately, at the end of the situation, because of the number that is given to the packets, those will be sent to the receiver in the same order in which the source has sent it. Let us see the concept here. The source and the destination. This is node nearer to the source, node nearer to the destination. So I'm drawing the same graph, that is which I have used in the circuit switching. Okay. Now, let us see. This is the source and this is the destination. Okay. Now I want to send a message from source to the destination. So what I told you earlier, whenever I'm trying to send a message from source to the destination, it will divide the number of parts that are called packets. So this message, let us see, this message have divided into some packets. So I will give the numbers rather it's getting some problem here to type. So here let us see 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So let us see the message has divided into number of 4 packets. Now I want to transmit from them. So here this is the node 1, node 2, node 3, like that you think whatever it may be. So here initially it will start here 1, 2, 3, 4. Once it started 1, 2, 3, 4, what here I'm doing is I'm transmitting 1, 4 in one way and 2, 3 in another way. See here. In this way, 1, 4 is transmitting. In this way, 2, 3 is transmitting. Okay. Next line, what I am doing here, I'm transmitting 1. Here, I'm transmitting 1 only in this line. I'm transmitting the 4 in this line. That is the vertical line here. See here, I'm drawing. So this line. So 1 is going this way. 1, 4 is going this way. 2, 3 is going this way. Now see, next what I'm doing, I am taking 2 from here to here. Okay. And 3 in this way. So finally, see here, we want to reach here. Again, I'm transmitting 4 to here. So 4 reaches to here. Now when you see here, 1, 2 reach, we have here 1, 2. Here we have finally 1, 2. Here we have finally 4, 3. Here, when you come to here, now this will come to here, this will come to here. Now finally, what will you have here? 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is how the data can be transmitted in circuit switching. Means that first, the data which you want to transmit, that is divided into number of subparts that are called the packets. Once you divide the number of packets, those packets can take any way, any path, whatever they want to wish. But ultimately, while end of the node nearer to the destination, they should become into an order in which the sender has sent. So this is called the circuit switching. See here, first we have taken 1, 2, 3, 4 packages. Next 1, 4 is going in one way and 2, 3 is going another way. And 1 is going another way and 4 is going another way. Next 3 is going another way and 2 is going another way. Again 4 is going another way. But ultimately at the end of the situation, all are reached to the same intermediate node, which is nearer to the destination. This is called packet switching. Here the package will have the address of the receiver and also the address of the intermediate node. Address of the receiver and address of the intermediate node. Then only you can easily transmit the data from one place to another place easily. So this is the concept of switching in networking. So switching is the process of transmitting the data from one place to another place in a network. There are 3 types: circuit, messaging, and finally the pocket switching. So this is the pocket switching. packet switching. So in circuit switching, we need source and destination and a dedicated path and a connection. We cannot use the dedicated path to the we cannot use the dedicated path for other communications until the transmission is completed. In message switching, we have source and destination and intermediate nodes. A message what is sent by the source will have the address of the receiver. According to the address of the receiver, the intermediate nodes will keep on transmitting the data from one intermediate to another node till it reaches the destination. But in the process, what will do? It will store the data. First, it will store the data. What will do? They will store the data in intermediate nodes for time being, and they will send to the next intermediate nodes. Because of this one, there is need of a displace to save the data in the intermediate nodes. The advantage is whenever an intermediate node is busy with other works, the previous node will store that values, store that message, and whenever it gets free, it will transfer to them. So this is the advantage of message switching. In packet switching, the entire data which you want to from source to the destination will divide a number of packets. Each packet has the number, packet number, and also intermediate node numbers and other destination numbers. Whenever you divide the message to number of packets, they may transfer the packets into different paths. But at the end of while reaching the destination, the message will be in the same order. The packets will be in the same order whenever they get divided by sending from the sender. So what is the advantage of this one? The advantage here is because of transmitting the packets through the packets, they are using different paths. So the time will be very less to transmit the data from one place to another data place. So the problem with all the three circuits is the circuit switching, which needs a physical connection. It must be required a physical connection, but message switching and packet switching doesn't require. And it needs a dedicated path. Remain 2 doesn't require the dedicated path because they may use in some other works also. Next one, circuit switching uses more bandwidth as compared to the message switching and the packet switching. And message switching and packet switching supports store and forward methods. So because of that, what will the advantage here? We can save that, we can stop saving in intermediate node and then send the data to next time. This is the advantage of circuit switching, message switching, and packet switching. Okay. This is all about the switching networks in network. Any questions?
Sir,
Yeah.
sir,
Yeah, tell me. Hello, tell me.
sir, circuit networks. You draw the ellipsoidic figures, na sir. In circuit in circuit switching, you have drawn the ellipsoidic figures. Are there nodes or any physical connections, sir?
Which
That
one?
is my doubt.
Circles.
Circuit switching.
These are the switch intermediate nodes.
Those are intermediate nodes.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
sir. But message switching also follows only one path, na sir? This is also following only one path.
No. See here, whenever you use the message switching, if one intermediate node is busy,
Okay, sir.
then the previous internode will store the data.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
So what is happening if you have multiple intermediate nodes? Don't think that all the intermediate nodes are connected to this only. Those are the different intermediate nodes. They are using the different source and destinations.
Okay, sir. Okay,
So
sir.
means if you have 6 intermediate nodes, all the 6 intermediate nodes doesn't use the same thing, same source and destination. They are using different source and destinations. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
But it's too difficult to show that multiple. If you want to, you can take one more source and destination and use the same message, same intermediate node also, no problem. That's why we are using the store and forward procedure.
Okay, sir.
What is the store and forward procedure saying? When an intermediate node is busy with some other work, it means that it is already allocated to some other communication.
Okay, sir.
Correct.
Any real-time examples you can say, sir? Those two, as a package circuits, packet switching and message switching.
Yeah, we have real-time examples. So many examples are there. No, in we are telephone lines, we are using this one. In email, we can use the message switching.
Okay, okay, email and WhatsApp also, no, sir? WhatsApp also.
Mail, you see, you cannot use the WhatsApp because whenever you send the mail, it will take some time to reach you.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
So, but WhatsApp cannot doesn't do like that. No, immediately it will get.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Okay. That's the example. Message switching is the email.
Okay, sir. Email.
Circuit switching is the phone line, telephone line. If you want a conversation telephone line, when you try to call to somebody and talking, and you are unable to call to same person.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
In package, sir? Package switching?
Yeah. You can use any real-time applications, not more than anything, live examples.
Okay, sir.
Any questions?
No, sir.
Okay, thank you. Bye for the day.